Hello everyone, very good evening. Thank you for being here. And okay, how many of you understand Telugu here? You can just raise a thumbs up. All right, one, two, three. Okay, cool. Okay, I'll use English as a medium to converse and communicate. And how many of you understand something about self love or anything about self love? You can share your thoughts, you can share your understanding. That will be all right. It could be right, it could be wrong, whatever it is. You can just unmute and share your thought on what is self love.
Hello.
Yes, please.
Sir, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
I no, just saying my view it can be correct or not. Just I'm saying.
Yeah,
I
please.
think self love only we need to accept ourselves and we need to accept ourselves the way we are and we have to just like ourselves.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. That's right. Yes, that is also a part of self love. Miraji Atma Namaste. How are you?
Atma Namaste. I'm fine, thank you.
Wonderful, ma'am. So, have you got your labels that you want to remove ready?
No, it had been a tiring, actually feeling very exhausted. But I just remembered, oh God, today's session is there, and I'm just half dozing and joining it.
Thank you for joining, ma'am. So, quickly, just
I'll write it.
yeah,
I'll,
and
do I have? Does it have to be in paper or?
it's good. It's on a
Can
paper,
it be? Okay.
and also get a bottle with you.
Okay.
Yeah, and any other ideas, guys? What is self love? What do you understand by the by the term self love? Whatever you say is right as per your perspective. So yeah, that's accepted. All right. So when we talk about self love, most of us we have to come back to understand what is love. Okay, so when we say what is love, we all have our answers, right? We all have experienced a certain degree of love from somebody, or we express our love to our people, and we all have our own definitions of love, right? When we all have a certain definition of love for ourselves or for others, one common thing that we have understood is when you love someone or when you love yourself, the major component of love involves non-injury, right? How many of you agree with it? You don't want to injure or hurt the person whom you love. You do whatever it takes to keep that person happy, safe, and protected, right? How many of you agree with it? If you agree, just let me know by raising your thumbs up. Yes. Wonderful. Great. So, Sindhu garu, you're raising your hand. So, if you have something to share, you can share. All right. So, when we talk about when we talk about self-love, first thing that we understand is it is a pure sense of protection, safety, and non-injury. Or when you talk about love, it involves primarily non-injury. You cannot injure, you cannot hurt that person that you love. Maybe you might be harsh, sometimes you are strict, but you can't harm. You have no malice in your mind, right? So when someone loves somebody truly unconditionally, they only have sympathy, they have a lot of empathy, they have a lot of compassion and kindness. And we all have one person in our life at some point in our life that we gave everything that we could give because we love that person. Is that correct? Has it happened to us?
True.
Yes. So when you have given that kind of love for others, have you ever thought, am I giving that same love to myself?
No, or very rarely.
Yeah. So,
Sorry to interrupt. Can you be a little bit louder?
okay, sure,
Sorry to
definitely.
interrupt.
Okay, is my voice low?
Yeah, I don't know the reason. I couldn't.
Not very. It's quite audible.
Okay, it's audible. Okay. Uh, sure, is it better now? This should be better because mic is closer to my mouth. This should be
Yeah,
better
yeah.
now. Better, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
better, thanks.
Yeah, thank you for letting me know this. Yeah. So when we talk about love, when we talk about self-love, this is very very important. The labels that we have for ourselves, the labels we keep to ourselves, and the degree of acceptance we have for ourselves. So, see, how many of us are how many of you are married and have kids, right? So all the people who have kids, you know what it had, what toll it has taken on you, that you want to discipline them but you don't want to hurt them. You love them so much, but you have to discipline them, but you can't hurt them. It's not easy task, right? So, but again, if you're disciplining them, it doesn't mean you don't like them. You just love them so much that sometimes you have to use harsh means, but it doesn't mean you don't love them. But have you ever thought that when you started to love yourself, or was it there, when you have you ever got this thought that am I loving myself enough, and you're not just being disciplined or strict for your own self, and you thought if being strict is not loving yourself, or if I love myself I'll be very liberal, I've got no rules, I don't care anything. Have you ever thought that? Or okay, when someone is trying to discipline you, or when someone is being harsh at you, trying to discipline you in the sense of disciplining you, have you ever thought they don't like you?
Uh, the way they tell matters. Like if I feel loved, then I will not be hurt. Otherwise, I'll be hurt.
Correct. So when an external person, when is trying to discipline us, no matter what their intent is, sometimes we feel hurt and we understand that they don't like us, they don't love us. But also that because they love you, at some degree you forgive them, you accept them. At that moment you might feel bad, but at some point you release yourself from that, right? You allow that person to be forgiven and accepted, right? Now let us take an inward journey. For some time there is nobody on the planet except you, and all you got to do is love yourself unconditionally, and all the labels that you have put for yourself, no matter how good they are, how bad they are, where have they come from, if your beliefs, if the labels that have come from a very hurtful place, or we lose hope, or we are frustrated, we are angry, we are helpless. So labels like it doesn't work for me, I'm useless, or the labels like I'm pretty lazy, this is me, it doesn't work for me. All the labels that you have for yourself, all the thoughts or beliefs, strong opinions you have for yourself, as long as you have them, that the possibility of you to change or get yourself away from those labels is very difficult, because you constantly affirm. And if you are into some spiritual or religious regiment, there is process of chanting a mantra, and if you understand the process of chanting a mantra, what happens is we repeatedly chant a mantra many number of times, understanding that the more number of times you chant it, you are increasing its power. So just by chanting a mantra many number of times, you are affirming, you are increasing the power of it. So like a mantra, don't we chant our labels that we have for ourselves? I'm this, I'm this, I'm this. Constantly you have this, right? Most of us have it, right?
Yes.
True.
So because we have certain labels of ourselves, we continuously, repeatedly affirm. Somehow we are making it a self-fulfilling prophecy, and that is the real reason that most of us are unable to accomplish our goals and desires. Because you want to accomplish a desire, but the belief that you're not capable, you are not deserving of it, you're not lucky, or you're lazy, all of these labels that you have for yourself are not allowing you to accomplish that desire. Because the identity that you have and the association of negative identity that you have for yourself is not allowing you to achieve your focused goals. Because you try, it's not working, you give up, because you know that nothing stays, or you know that it doesn't work for me, I can't stay longer on anything. Everything is fine, but consistency is not my thing. Everything is good for a week, 10 days, so then something happens, gone. How many can resonate with this story, with this line? First 1 week sir, 10 days sir, I'll do everything, after that gone. Most of us, right?
There will always be pauses in life because of health or because of family members' health. So even that should be considered as a defeat, you mean to say?
Yes, pause will be there, but not bouncing back is a choice. And the
Pause is not because of giving up. It is a pause because of circumstances not allowing us to move ahead at this point.
correct.
Right? That can be considered so, because mentally we have not given up.
Yes, please. Please go ahead.
I mean to say, mentally we have not given up on a point
Good.
or an issue.
True.
Okay, but physically, in order to make something actionable on everyday basis, I'm not talking about walking or anything, on our career works only.
Yeah.
Sometimes there will be some kind of setbacks. Like
Correct. Yes, setbacks are always there.
So that cannot be considered as like we are giving up.
Correct.
And we have a mental kind of thought process, like I'm not smart enough, not in sense of handling the right queries, but in sense of identifying the right people. Means
Okay.
some wrong people, means because at home you are always been told, no, chala amakuralu, how you will survive.
Correct.
That is something our parents always keep that in our heads.
Correct.
How you will survive this life.
Correct.
So those kind of should also be as considered to be a negative label.
Exactly. Those are the real labels, because what happens is, when you know that you're not smart, or a part of your brain believes that you're not smart enough, hence it will not allow you to take right decisions. Somehow you
And it's
end up
not
taking
only
wrong
about
decisions.
about adjective like smart or unsmart. It's also about this constant worrying. Our generation has been tuned to it, I guess, by our parents, and it's very difficult for me to get over that. I mean, I know it's a waste. I'm doing Vedanta, I'm doing Gita, and still I'm not able to give it up. Like, especially what will happen tomorrow. That's a major question all of us have.
Correct.
We forget to live in the present, which is so difficult. Trying, but it's a big thing. It's because of a family, unfortunately. At least most of this middle class families' parents have been tuned in that way, and they have tuned us in that way.
That's true, because whatever their parents have taught to them, it is being continued to the next generation. And sadly, like generations after generations, one of the generation does have a realization that this is not the way that we can, to deal the things. But when you try to change those rules or regulations or thought process, that is where you become as an actual victim. Like you are nowhere, suddenly you become an enemy to them. Like this is how you are thinking, this is how you are changing, all these things. So dealing in that atmosphere with all those people and trying to change the mentality of them from the generation, I myself has felt is a stupidity. Instead of trying to change them, let keep my own thoughts to myself and live my own life.
No, but another problem is, see, where people have children, especially, you are caught between that older generation which has taught us security is in degree and in studying, and the new generation which does not believe so, and you are caught in between these two. That is even worse.
Yeah.
Because
That's true.
that if you don't have a degree, actually it is difficult to earn money. Because with a degree, when it is so difficult in this world, without a degree, it's going to be really difficult. Unless you're exceptionally lucky. So should I leave my child to luck?
No. You can't leave a child to luck. But yes, the point is, you actually, everybody have put your right perspectives here. That gave us a lot of insights on how people think. And so the point is, like Padmaja Garu has stated, is the identification to those labels also causing trouble? Yes, definitely. Because our subconscious mind works in a very mysterious ways that it becomes really challenging for us to come out of that conditioning. Because when something happens, when some setback happens, it impacts our resilience because of these labels. If you have observed, everybody is determined to start something new or afresh. Especially during the start of the year, and they're genuinely willing to do some change in their life. They genuinely wanted to improve some aspect of their life. But why is it not sustaining? So a lot of us say this and that, and a lot of us have our own beliefs and our own ways of looking at things. But what is clearly understood is the labels that you have says that I can't stick on to regiments. If something is gone, it's gone. Or I'm not lucky enough, or it doesn't work for me. All these labels that you have, all the negative connotations or negative beliefs that you have, what would they do? They will not allow you to take that step when you're down. When you're down, you're down, and you give up. And it's observed with a lot of people. And you know it, right? You have been seeing yourself from whatever age that you're understanding life. So when something falls apart, for you to hold yourself back and come back is really tough. Really difficult. It's not because you don't know how to do it. You know it, but somehow something stops. Somehow something doesn't work. And again, unfortunately, it is the most important thing that you should be doing. If it's like something that could be managed by somebody else, that wouldn't cause any problem. But if you're talking about something that you actually need to do in your life, there it hits hard. How many of you resonate with this?
Not getting the point here, actually.
Okay. Yeah.
If you can give an example.
Sure, definitely, yes. So, for example, for me to be successful, I need to do some kind of marketing, for example. Everything will be fine, but something wrong happens to marketing once, I'll not have that motivation to continue doing it. I know my success lies in just doing that one thing, but when I fail once, I'll not be able to bounce back and do it. Or when I see it going slow, I don't have the motivation, I don't have the drive. And I'll be the most driven person on the outside. Whenever there's something not so important things happen, I'm the first person to be there. But when it comes to my growth, what exactly I should be doing for that growth, there, if some setback happens, I'll not be able to bounce back. Making sense?
Yeah, I can resonate a lot with that, Vamshi. So lack of, I feel, discipline or trust in ourselves or the process. It's easy, maybe the old habit to fall back to past patterns of being critical than being strong and pushing forward. I feel that lacks even in me at times.
True. Lot of us have this. I can give other examples also. For example, if a person is weak at math, so they know if they understand math in a different language, or if they change the way they look at math, they'll be able to do it. But somehow when it comes to that, they'll not have the motivation. It's not that they don't know. It's not that they don't have the resources. They have everything at their disposal, but they don't have the motivation or drive to do that one thing that gives them the result. Because when something is very, very important for them to get that result, when they start doing it, all their old patterns, which have been like a protective mechanism, will hold us from giving that result.
Yeah, I can now understand it much better way.
Yeah.
Because since very beginning, this math subject was been a very difficult thing. So and something which I have to do in day out. So So yes, sometimes even though I know the thing, somewhere it holds me back. Like, okay, this is not my cup of tea. See, here in our field, we have to be good in sales, we have to be good in marketing, we have to be good in people skills, and at the same time numbers. So
Correct.
that one part, I think somewhere it stops us mentally. That's a mental block, I could say that.
Correct. And the mental block that we have is sustaining inside us. See, we all have intellectual knowledge on how do we get rid of our blocks. We might have read somewhere, or somebody might have given some gyan. You might have listened meditations like this, or you do some spiritual practices. So you know that you have to get rid of the blocks, and you know that blocks are not so big that it's impossible or invincible. It's not really tough thing also, but still you don't have that. Something is missing, or there's some kind of missing piece of puzzle that is not allowing you to do what you're supposed to do. So this is only because of the labels that you have for yourself, if you clearly observe. So today's meditation that I've planned, somehow I was guided on the other on Valentine's Day. So what I felt is, okay, let us all do sow the seed of self-love inside us, and all the labels that we have for ourselves, which is not allowing us to grow forward or do that one little thing or that major thing that we are supposed to do to be totally out of our trouble, or come out of the situation that we are in right now. So we all have some mental blocks. All the mental blocks that we have, which is not allowing us to grow, they form some labels inside us. And now when we sow the seed of self-love inside us, you can't harm yourself with these thoughts. You can't think bad about yourself. You can't be very critical about yourself. Again, when you love yourself, self-discipline is highest form of love that you can show for yourself. How many of you resonate with this? Right?
Yes, and one more small thing I have to admit.
Please.
Like we always have something like a worry, which is not seen
Needed.
visible. But that constant worry, what will be the unknown thing which will, come to me because of certain things happen to our family people. So we are always conscious that those kind of things or those kind of situations might also hit me. But when I don't know, but I'm constantly, that thought is not getting rid of me.
Okay. Yeah, so you actually hit on a very sensitive point, Padmaja Garu, and even Meera Garu was also talking about the same. The attitude of being worried. No, it's an attitude. Okay, it's just a habit. Sometimes it becomes a lifestyle that we should always be worried of something, because somehow we don't know what triggered our ancestors or elders to make us understand that worrying is very important than being relaxed. So when a person is worried, somehow is considered or labeled as very responsible. So if someone is not worried, everybody is scared. How could you be not worried about things?
No, but I have always been planned. It's like, that's what it's self-discipline first step.
Correct.
You should plan for your studies. You should organize. My notes would be organized. I have never imagined a life where things are so scattered, everything is in place, automatic. These are instilled in you, and I have been like that all my life. To see a child not be that and to ruin their own studies and, creates a lot of tension for a mother, I guess, for the parents.
Yeah, I mean, that's also pretty important. Yes.
I was listening to some spiritual video of a person who was telling it's like a swear word to do excess effort, but to flow smoothly is the divine thing.
Correct.
It's not easy for us, but I felt it was nice. We over struggle or worry to do than to just let it flow.
Correct.
No, but I did try. When you told to let it go, I tried that manifestation. It didn't work, actually. Though I tried to keep myself and, think positive that she's going to do well. But it didn't happen, as I told. And I wanted to talk to you, but I guess you were busy, so
Yeah.
didn't happen.
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, I'm occupied. But yes, so here we have to understand. So when we do manifestation, or when we work on certain aspect to accomplish something, we have to understand that what is the constant chatter that happens in our minds. So if you consciously understand, we are very much triggered with what is not happening at this moment, and our faith is diminishing, and that causes a lot of worry. So when we say that, okay, that it's going to work somehow, that's it, period. But it's difficult for us to get to that stage, but again, it's not impossible. It's just that we have to practice it. Sometimes what happens is, we all have some certain kind of attachment towards a result. We have certain kind of attachment towards the process, and because of that, what happens is when things are not happening the way we want them to happen, we can't accept it. So when we can't accept it, there's the emotions rise up, and how and what are we doing to let those emotions come down? Most of us do one of the most majorly followed thing: divert or distract. How many of you do it?
Even I do it.
Yeah. So because we divert or distract, we are avoiding to face the problem, or letting go. See, the problem is you have certain emotion inside you which is raw, which is like wildfire, that should be settled down. Because that is not happening, it just burns us all. Yes. Yeah, please do share.
Yeah, like when this comes, the basic doubt that comes to the mind of me or any human is, how do I trust which didn't happen already? For suppose if I want some relationship or some job or something, anything which I have never done before, but right now I wished for it. But how does the trust come? How does the belief come that it never has happened in my life, but it should happen now?
Okay, that's a very good point that you have brought up, and thank you for asking this question. So yeah, actually this is also very much needed for all of us to understand before we do something about self-love. So yeah, so see, there is something called life cycle of a belief. Okay, guys, pay attention to this. Once you understand this, it becomes easy for you to build new beliefs or remove the existent non-supportive beliefs. So how does a belief start? Initially, it is just a random thought. When a random thought multiplies, then it becomes a coincidence. When this coincidence occurs many number of times, we start to develop something called faith. Once faith is manifesting, when the faith is repeatedly happening, then that causes something called belief. When faith is working on different people, to large scale of people, then faith becomes a belief. When belief is carried out many number of times at all times, then it becomes a truth or fact. So just observe all that suffering or all the negative things that happened to us. It just started with a random thought. You start to relate with others. Does it happen only to me or to others? The moment you see few more people are also experiencing the same kind of experiences, then a thought becomes a strong fact for you. This is how it is. So for example, we have like very much very strong beliefs about for example, can someone give an example?
I want to give, I don't know related to you or which Mr. Panduranga Reddy asked. Like, suppose we want to go to one place. If we focus, we should be focusing on where we want to go and feel happy rather than where we are. Like, suppose the present place is not nice. If we keep focusing or we are stuck, we can't go. We keep moving. The same way, if I'm having disease, if I keep focusing on disease, I'm giving power to it. If I want to be healthy, though it is not yet arrived, if I keep focusing on health and how nice I would be feeling to have that health, then that focus gives the energy to move towards that.
Exactly, very true. So when Pandu has asked the question, how do I experience something which I have not experienced? How do I believe that it happens? How do I trust that I'll get it which I have not experienced yet? The point is, it is just a small thought that runs in our head. It starts with a random thought. Give a random thought that, okay, what if it works? What if I attend an interview and I get my job? Because the faith we have in the possibilities of not being successful is higher than the possibility of we being successful. Somehow negativity has got more power because of the kind of influence it has got on us. So yes, we can't trust it immediately. I don't say if someone says I trust it immediately, that's not natural. Okay, but again, Just give this random thought more and more power. Just give it more and more power by repeatedly thinking of it, by repeatedly giving it more and more energy, more and more thought. Slowly, you'll start to see some signs. Once you start seeing the signs, just acknowledge that things are just moving. You have not been there yet, but still things are just moving, maybe in a pace that is really insignificant. So you just have to give yourself that thought that things are just moving. I'm happy for that. And also, you're not focusing on where are you right now. You're just focusing on where do you want to be. Again, your happiness is not dependent on where you want to be. Your happiness is absolutely independent of anything. When you say I'm happy unconditionally, ultimately you do something just happens inside you that gives you everything that enhances your happiness. But when we say that my happiness is dependent on something else, or I want to have this to be happy, I want to have this to be healthy, so your connection towards your happiness is on an external element, and we have no certainty of anything. So again, because we are already fed with negative thoughts, the uncertainty or the possibility of that not happening is higher than the possibility of it happening. Making sense?
Yes.
I'll just try to add one point here.
Yeah, please.
Okay. See, like Pandu was saying, and then, we get some inspiration in the place. Is it that, Pandura?
Sorry, Chandru ji, I didn't heard you. Signal was lost maybe. Can you repeat?
Okay. No, what I'm saying, what was your question? Was that can you just reconfirm your question once?
Yeah, for suppose I want a relationship right now, for example. But in my life, I've been to many things like spiritual help, maybe money help or friendships help. These are maybe easy to me. This comes very easy. So there is no doubt that something might not happen about this. But when it comes to the relationship, no matter how many coaches I go, no matter how many times I self-analyze myself, no matter how many times I try new things, I'm at the same point where I start, and there comes this question in the mind: how do I trust or believe that it will happen in my lifetime, that this desire will happen in my lifetime? It's not just about relationship, it might be with different things for different people.
Okay,
For
and
me,
I'll consider an example. I'll consider that as that one and try to add, if I'm able to pitch something that let me just check it. Okay. See, when you're talking about relationships, okay, have you noticed that, you started saying however, how strong I try to do it, and, it is not happening. Okay. So whether I do not know whether it is really, I'm having a space in it or not. Correct?
what?
The wordings have been, I saw something like a coherence, or, your body language and thing was communicating that you are really meaning what you wanted to say.
Yeah, it's real doubt. So
Because it has not happened in the past.
yeah,
Correct, no?
yeah.
Okay. See, Vamsi has asked, the things, this is one of the label. That mean, see, we tend to give weightage to that, we failed in the past in the relationships. Okay. So the probability and the proximity of we getting again fail is more. So it has been imprinted in our mind. So, and then, everything, see, always, it goes in a feedback loop. Okay. So that means you do some activity, okay, your mind wants some reassurances, whether you are going in the correct direction or not. So, and then, in the feedback loop, you, unfortunately, you put the particular, label inside. Okay, that means it is not going to work for me. So that means it goes into the loop. So the feedback of that, somewhere, whatever it is going, so it will keep on giving, is it going to fail? Most likely this is also going to fail, because the baseline itself, the loop itself is coming in that. So it is like a priming thing that, like a pump, a product outside, it is going again into the one. So the intensity of that feeling that keep on increasing it. and after some point of time, it is a self-priming engine. It starts like that. So, and then it keeps moving that it cannot work out for you because you already have the imprintation like it is not going to work out. Okay, am I making sense to you?
Yes.
So to change that, what I need to think is that this time it is going to work for me.
Okay.
Okay, to have a belief that now this is going to work for me and look for the things to prove that it is going to work. So something, any small thing, I think acknowledge that and say yes, I see that it is going in the positive direction. When you say this, then the label is getting changed, and then in the feedback loop it is giving. Okay, so in the atomic habits, people talk about one degrees shift. Okay, so let the 1 degree shift be towards your positive thing, and then when you have that, probably నా లైఫ్ లో కూడా అలా జరుగుతుంది. సో మంచి నా రిలేషన్షిప్ నాకు దొరుకుతుంది అన్నది ఒక దాన్ని పెట్టుకుంటే దట్ గోస్ ఇన్ ద లూప్, అండ్ ఇఫ్ నాట్ లైక్ immediately రాలేదంటే కూడా over a period of 1 to 2 months you are going to get, if not this girl, the other girl is going to come, because already it is impregnated of the things, you are the things are going to be lucky for you. Sorry, Vamsi, now it was come in the mind. I thought I should share with the team.
Yeah, thank you for sharing, Anna. Thank you so much for taking the initiative here. And I actually for all the people who have certain degrees, certain issues in your life, what happens is our association towards the failure of it is higher than the association with the success. Okay, so because we are so much connected, our familiarity towards failure is higher than the familiarity towards success. Hence the belief that we'll be successful is less than the belief that we'll be fail, we'll not be able to succeed in our mission. So this is somehow implanted into us. So again, these are the labels that we have. See, that's what when I talk about labels, this is what I meant to say. So, you have certain label inside you that okay, it doesn't work for me. It's difficult. This is very tough. I can't handle this, or this is really tough to handle. All these labels that you have for yourself, or all the beliefs that you have for yourself, because the familiarity towards success is less than this familiarity towards your failure. So that is the reason it is difficult for us to believe that we'll be successful. Now again, as we understand the thought cycle, how thoughts work, you just have to give yourself this new thought that yes, I'll be successful, and have more and more number of times repeat in your head. When it is multiplied in your head, you are creating the thought becomes more and more familiar to you. Then that becomes more and more. It becomes more of a faith. Then faith becomes stronger when you see it happening more number of times. When you acknowledge more, faith becomes a belief. When belief is working out, then it becomes a fact, and all facts stay. So if you're going through some certain kind of problem in your life, and you feel that it's difficult for you to get out of it, or it's difficult for you to release yourself from that pain or suffering or whatever that you're going through, just give yourself this understanding. Okay, maybe at this given point of time, I'm not healed yet. I'm not been there yet, but I know for a fact that I'm just trying to do something different. What is that? Just visualize. Start with visualization. Start with some kind of repeated affirmations. Chant. Say multiple number of times that I'm starting with it. Let me start with that. So that's not the end point. Just affirmation doesn't work by itself, or visualization doesn't work by themselves. There's something that you have to do. That will start with dissociating with the old labels and associating with the new labels, or dissociating with the old beliefs and associating with the new beliefs. Both should happen simultaneously. Okay, now we'll just get started with the meditation. It's going to be short but very powerful. I'll be channeling energy as well. So for people who are new to the kind of meditation that I conduct, so usually we have some kind of discussion, and then we do some channeling meditation where we send energies to you. So you can expect some kind of tingling sensation in your body. You can feel your body getting lighter. Sometimes some people will feel a lot of heaviness in the body also, and you can experience certain degree of warmth or coldness, which is not usual. If anything as such happens, don't worry. It is just the way your body is responding towards the energies. And some people will feel very, very light. Some people will feel something has been gone out of the system. Everything is normal. Okay, and so before we get started, we have a tradition or ritual of charging the water that we have. So all the people who are here, just take the bottle and just have a sip of it, or just take 1 or 2 gulps of it and feel it. Don't just gulp it down. Take 1 or 2 sips of water and feel it in your mouth. Observe its texture, observe its taste and viscosity, and how does it feel in your mouth. Okay. When you particularly observe, you feel there's some difference in it. You find some quality of water in your mouth. You'll be able to feel the texture of it, taste of it. Just feel it once. Alright. Now, put this bottle aside. After the meditation, we'll charge the water and then we taste it. Remember the taste, okay? So, and you see how powerful your thoughts are, your intentions are, and how will that influence water that we have. Okay. Now let us start with the meditation. Everyone, if you wish to lie down, you can lie down. You can plug into earphones, or you can just listen to my voice. You can sit in a comfortable position or lie down, whichever is comfortable and convenient. You can dim your lights if that's okay for you, and just gently close your eyes and slowly breathe in. Inhale slowly, exhale through your mouth. Inhale through your nose, exhale from your mouth. As you exhale, let all the stress that is stuck inside you be released out of your system. Inhale slowly and deeply. Exhale completely. And every time you exhale, let all the stress be released and removed. And every time you inhale, inhale peace and relaxation. Exhale all the stress. Wonderful. Now, have your hands spread or open on your lap or sides with your palms facing the sky. You're sitting or lying down in an open mudra. When your hands are open facing the sky, you are allowing things to flow into you. So just allow yourself to feel the relaxation floating from top of your head to the tip of the toe. Just like a wave of relaxation in the form of a warm blanket of air from top of your head to the tip of the toe is just flowing. Or it could be a gentle, cozy sensations of peace just flowing on your body, gently caressing your skin. And let this build up lot of peace in your body. Let every cell and tissue of your body feel this peace. If you can't feel it, just imagine as if it is happening. You can just think that you're lying down in a place of absolute serenity. It could be on the warm sands on a beach. It could be on the top of a mountain, or it could be on a lawn, or just comfort of your home. Wherever and whatever is comfortable for you, just imagine yourself lying down and absorbing the relaxation, just feeling the relaxation in the body. And as you're relaxed, just think of one happy moment or one person that you love truly. The very memory of that person or that event or incident, let that bring smile on your face. A big, broad, hearty, genuine and natural smile. Just by thinking of the person that you truly love. or a memory that you truly cherish, a very happy moment. Just by thinking of it, you can't stop yourself from smiling. Just think of that moment and feel the smile gently growing and growing on your lips. You just smile. It's just becoming big and broad, and you're feeling much more happier and peaceful. Your peace and happiness and the gentle, relaxing smile, which is absolutely unconditional. There is no reason for you to smile, but you just smile because it feels so nice and so good. Though your smile has started with the memory of a happy event, but now you're just smiling because you truly enjoy, you're truly liking to smile. Just smile. As you're smiling, I want you to imagine yourself floating in an ocean of liquid love. It could be of any color of your choice. It could be white, it could be pink, it could be purple, it could be green or blue, any color that comes to your mind. You're just floating on the ocean of liquid love. You're smiling and smiling, you're just floating on the liquid love. And every cell and tissue of your body on the skin is absorbing this into your system. Feel the warmth, feel the coziness, feel the belongingness of love in its truest and purest form. It is just very, very pure, like a baby smile. You can just feel that innocence, that smile that comes to you the moment you see a very, very happy child or happy baby just smiling at you. Just imagine that moment when an innocent, lovely child just smiles at you and you just smile back naturally, unknowingly. It just happens inside you. Let that smile just stay on your lips. You're just enjoying this moment. You're just being in this moment, fully immersed in the experience of unconditional love, and the smile just comes or emerges or evolves or blossoms. Let that stay, and as you're floating in the ocean of liquid love, soaking in the divine liquid love, the peace it brings, the joy, the bliss, the ecstasy that it brings. Feel all of that in your body. Make it very, very physical in your body. And observe the part of your body which is very, very sensitive towards this emotion. There will be a part of your body which is very, very sensitive. It is responding very well to this love. I want you to gently feel or touch the part of the body which is absolutely sensitive now. Use your right hand or left hand which is dominant to touch the part of the body which is very sensitive now, or where your thoughts go when you think of love. It could be heart, it could be face, it could be forehead, it could be lips, it could be knees or thighs or any part of the body. Just touch and feel the sensation of touch which is coinciding to the sensitivity of love. If you don't feel it, just touch any random point on your body wherever you feel right. Doesn't matter if you're unable to feel anything, it's okay. Just touch one part of the body wherever your mind takes that finger to touch. Just touch that part of the body and feel the sensations of touch on that part of the body. I want you to imagine, feel or think or create an event or an episode or just a thought in the body where you had goosebumps out of pleasure, as if you're listening to wonderful music, your body is filled with goosebumps. Just think about it. Or you're just listening to the birds, or you're just standing in a very very cozy place and the breeze has given you goosebumps, or you had the touch from the loved ones and you had these goosebumps on the body. Just feel that. Just bring that onto the body. Just feel that. The goosebumps, the highest physical form of love that is present, that you can experience in the body, is goosebumps. It's a pleasant feeling. Just physicalize that pleasant feeling in your body, and all of the sensations, let them turn into a crystalline energy right across you. All the vibrations that are caused due to goosebumps, let all of these vibrations transform into a solid structure right across you in the form of a crystal of any color of your choice. And this crystal is fully filled with all the peace, all the joy, all the happiness that you have ever experienced in life, and all that exists in the universe. The seed of love is charged by the cosmic energies from the center of the cosmos. Feel, think, see, or create, or imagine, or even pretend that there is a ray of light from the cosmic center entering this crystal and charging it, making this crystal vibrate at very high frequency, that its presence itself is charging you with a lot of love. And I want you to imagine the presence of your loving person, or the presence of the divine, or anything or anyone that you believe that they love you truly. Let love from them emanate from their hearts and charge this crystal again. And imagine, think, feel, pretend, or think that there is a ray of light from the earth's center, and the ray of light from the earth's center is entering this crystal and charging it again. So you are having the cosmic love, you are having the physical love, you also have the earthly love. The three forms of love that we need to experience bliss in this body: one from the divine, one from the person that can feel, that can make us feel love, and also we want this love to be grounded. So the earth is sending its energies to help us ground with these energies. Now this crystal is charged with love, lots and lots of love. This is ever charging. This radiates love all the times, no matter what. This is stronger than our intellect. This is stronger than our doubts. This crystal is stronger and stronger than all the labels that we have put for ourselves, all the negative beliefs we have put for ourselves. This crystal has got energies to dispel all the connections that you have with these beliefs, because the energies have consciousness of its own. All the negative, non-supportive beliefs that we have, consciously, unconsciously, superconsciously, all of these beliefs are just there in the system, maybe trapped in our thoughts, or trapped as fears, or trapped as doubts, or sometimes trapped in a genetic memory. Now this crystal that is charged from the cosmic center and physical love and also the earthly love, let this be charged totally and completely, and just imagine yourself associating with this crystal. Let the crystal get closer to you, closer to your heart, and just let it integrated to your heart right now. I want you to feel these vibrations growing in your heart, making the love element stronger and stronger in your heart. The love for you is expanding, and expanding from your heart is expanding through your entire physical body. You can feel every cell and tissue of your body is illuminated with the light and love of this love. You can feel every part of your body is covered with this love. Every organ, every tissue is filled with, is encapsulated, is engulfed into the energies of love. All the cells that has got memories of suffering, memories of disbelief, memories and data of suffering, which is making us familiar, or the familiarity towards success which is less, and familiarity towards failure is more. Let all of this data be absolutely deleted with the love energies. Your thoughts have all the power to create or uncreate. Now let us uncreate all the memories, all the thoughts, all the beliefs that we have, which is not allowing us to be fully integrated with our wellness and success. All the elements of worry, all the elements of disbelief, let all of them be disintegrated, deleted, destroyed, and uncreated across all time, space, dimensions, and realities right now. I want you to feel the flow of love from the cosmic center into this crystal, and from the crystal it is vibrating into your body, and feel yourself connected to the cosmic center and also earth center, and also love from all the people around. Let that expand slowly, and let it fill the entire room that you are in. Starting from your heart center, let it expand into every cell and tissue of your body. Slowly grow out of your body, and slowly grow into the entire room. You can feel entire room filled with this love, and let all the people in your room or in your house be absolutely filled and soaked in with this love. All the people that are there in your life, let all of them be soaking into this love. Let this love expand into this room, to your building, to your entire street. You are connected to infinite supply of divine love, so it doesn't diminish, it doesn't deplete. So let this energy flow from your heart, covering the entire city that you are in. Let all the people in your city be engulfed and be soaking into this divine loving energies which is emanating from your heart. Your compassion levels are increasing, your empathy is increasing, your ability to forgive and accept people the way they are is increasing, and you're feeling much more lighter and liberated, because there's nothing that hurts you. You're just loving and loving unconditionally. You're just giving and giving without any expectations. And let this love expand into the state that you're in. Let it grow big and big, covering the entire country. And let it go big and big, and let it cover and that earth. Let all the aquatic life, plant life, animal life, mineral life, human life, let all the life that exists in this creation, let all of that be influenced and affected by your love positively, allowing you to create an wonderful ecosystem filled with love, acceptance, kindness, compassion. And it is all happening because you're loving yourself totally and conditionally. You're not alone. All the people participating in this meditation, and all the people who are watching this recording and doing this meditation, all of them are radiating the same energies, which is strengthening the love element of every person, because every person is influencing other person's love element. All the love element in every person is getting stronger and stronger, bigger, brighter, denser and subtler, because love aspect is becoming higher and bigger, stronger and better. The element of hatred is diminishing. The compassion and kindness is increasing. The empathy is increasing. And acceptance is increasing. So everybody accepts others the way they are, making earth a better place to live. The fear of what would people think is totally deleted. because everybody thinks only good of all the labels that we have that says it's not possible, it is possible because you are fully supported by the divine. All the labels that would say that I don't deserve it, let all of that be deleted, disintegrated, destroyed and uncreated, because you are connected to the source and everything is possible because you unconditionally deserve it. Just because you exist, you deserve it unconditionally. Let it sink, let it go down and down deep into your system. Accept it, allow it to flow. And I want you to imagine all the negative thoughts and beliefs that you have inside you, knowingly, unknowingly, which you're holding from a long time. Let all of them be slowly diffused down and down into the earth, and you can feel yourself be cleared. And all the negative thoughts that are there inside you, which is not helping you grow, which is not allowing you to progress, let all of them be sucked down into the earth, allowing yourself to be totally clearing all that you don't want, all that you don't need to be successful. Let it happen naturally and feel it go down and down, deep and deep into the Mother Earth. As all the negativity is released into the Mother Earth, feel yourself lighter and fully liberated right now. Because negativity is gone, your association with all of these labels is totally gone. Feel it happen right now. Just affirm that you are totally free from all the association of negative energies. We have cut down all the energy connections to all these labels that you have written. And I want you to associate yourself to believe that you are opening up all the pathways for you to be super successful. All the pathways for you to be super successful are just opening its ways for you. You see things in multiple perspectives, neutral perspective, or in a perspective that is just needed for you to be accomplishing your goals and targets. Every time you feel disappointed, let all the elements of disappointment be deleted so that you're always motivated. You are inspired and motivated to do whatever it takes to be super successful. Let that be installed into your conscious, unconscious, superconscious and subconscious minds right now. You are naturally inspired. You are naturally guided to do the right thing. The element of self-discipline is just installed into the system right